God built into us a unique identity, and he calls us into our uniquely designed purpose. He wants us to understand and live aligned with our identity and our purpose. And when we do, we feel aligned, we feel centered, connected to him, and fulfilled. But we have an enemy who wants to crush our identity out of us, replacing it with falsehood and deception and destruction. His number one strategy is to blind you to the truth of your identity and your destiny, to live a mediocre life and to die in false belief, having never known who you are and what you were really created to be and all that God has for you. He works to blind you to it, distract you from it, and make you dislike and disown who God's made you to be in your purpose. When we live outside of our identity, we're going to face opposition. David, for instance, from the Bible, was a shepherd, a poet, a warrior, and a king. His identity and his purpose that God gave him. And as a young boy, he learned to watch sheep. He learned to write poetry, and he learned to throw stones at enemies, all in preparation. And as he continued to move within his identity and his purpose throughout his life, he finally arrived at a battlefield, and he saw the scenario with Goliath, and God's Spirit moved within him. And in that moment, he knew, this is it. This is what I was created for. And he moved quickly into the situation to take it on. And everybody around him, I'm so sure, screamed, that is the dumbest thing. Don't do that. You can't do that. You're going to fail. What are you thinking? But he knew who he was. And he was powered and equipped by God for that moment. And because of his faith and courage in who he is and who God is in him, he became king at age 30. But then, at age 51, he lost sight of his true identity and his purpose. He got in distraction. He got in deception, and he stopped operating in it. And instead of showing up at the shepherd, poet, warrior, king that he was, he fell into distraction, isolation, powerlessness, and laziness. He was tempted by Bathsheba, and down he went. That's how fast the enemy gets us. That's how fast the enemy wants to crush us. When we're disconnected from our true identity, we lose sight of it. We're in deception about it. We don't like it. Or our purpose, and we're, and from God's power in us, and we're living in falsehoods. That's what happens. It's crucial that we're clear about who we're created to be and that we're in alignment with that purpose. God's Spirit activates in us our unique identity and his power in us and his wisdom and our gifts so that we're empowered and equipped to live out our calling. So I encourage and challenge you to stop giving the enemy a foothold to dilute God's power in you and to distract you from your identity and your purpose. Stop living a mediocre life of struggle and without true fulfillment and without power. Ask God, what do you want me to know, God, about who you made me to be? Why did you make me so special? What purpose did you make me for? What do you want me to know about how to live into my true identity and purpose? And what do you want me to do? And what do you want me to trust you with in that? Your being, your true self will always inform your doing. And you're called to something really special and really important. Your true identity and your purpose give life to your deepest desires and your deepest dreams. God made you for it. The world needs what you have in you. And you living in your true identity and your purpose matters. And you fulfilling your destiny is vital. If you're ready to live the life of your design aligned with your purpose and identity, fueled by your desires, and fully in your power, God's Spirit in you, I'd love to guide you your way. Click that button below and let's talk.